Hi, welcome to Tag Arcade. And in today's tutorial, we will be installing Android or compiling Hello World to an Android device. So if you like this tutorial and you find it helpful, go to my website www.tagarcade.com and click on this nice little button on the top right hand corner. So we went ahead in the last tutorial, we created Hello World and ran it on a PC. So now we want to run it on an Android device. So the first thing we have to do is download Android Studio on the computer. So let's go ahead and ask our good friends Google, how do we get Android Studio? So let's do a Google search for Android Studio, and here we got download Android Studio and SDK tools. So let's go ahead and download Android Studio 2.3.3. Yes, and download. So as always, I'm going to go ahead and speed up the video so you don't have to sit through this. Yay! Android Studio finished downloading! So let's go ahead and open it up and continue. Come on. Open? Please? There we go. Please wait while setup is loading. Yeah, the only bad thing about installing these software is it takes a while to do it. So let's go ahead and then click on next. And yeah, let's go ahead and download the defaults, or install the defaults. For my Android SDK location, I actually want to do it at the root of the C because this is what I have to type into Unity. And yeah, that goes into my program files. Okay, so make a note of this location because you do have to tell Unity to go to this location to get the Android Studio SDK. So I am going to open my good friend Notepad, and in Notepad I am going to paste this in. So we're going to hit next, install, and let this do its thing. As always, I'll go ahead and speed up the video clips so you don't have to sit through this. Okay, looks like it's completed, so let's go ahead and click next and hit finish. Yeah, let's go ahead and start Android Studio. So just make sure that's able to run fine. Yeah, I don't have a previous version of Android Studio, so I'm just gonna hit OK. And let's just see what happens when this starts up. Okay, so welcome to the wizard. So let's hit next. Yeah, we'll just do standard. And it's gonna download all our SDK components. So let's go ahead and hit finish. And let this download our SDK. Let's go ahead and click finish, and we can go ahead and close it. So actually there's a second thing we need to download in this, and this is the Java SDK. So let's go ahead and go to java.com, And instead of getting the free Java download, we're actually going to go into downloads, and we're actually looking for the JDK. So let's go ahead and down, and where is my JDK? Looking for the JDK? Yes, I am looking for the JDK. Where do I download? JDK downloads. Okay. So we have Java SE 8U131. So let's go ahead and download that version. That'll be fine for our purposes. And I'm gonna choose Windows 64-bit since I am using a 64-bit version of Windows. And I have to accept my license agreement before they let me download it. Okay, so let's go ahead and open this up. So hit open. So let's go ahead and hit next. Let's see. Hit next. And yeah, the default should be fine. Okay. So here is where the JDK is installed. So I am going to make a note of this again because I'm going to need to punch this into Unity. So program files, Java JRE 1.8.0 underscore 131. Okay. Let's go ahead and hit next. And finally hit close. Okay, now that we get all that squared away, let's go ahead and minimize you and start Unity 3D. Okay, so let's start up our hello world, and we have to upgrade my version since I updated Unity during that time period. Okay, and we have our hello world scene here. So let's go ahead and build this. I'm having trouble talking right now, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and choose Android, and yeah, the default should be fine. Let's go ahead and go to the player settings because I have a feeling I am going to get an error message, and that error message has to do with this. So with the package name, it's actually reverse DNS, or sorry, reverse like URL. So you do com first, and then for me, this is called Tag Arcade. And for the product name, we're just going to call this Hello World. Okay. Oops. Once we do that, let's go ahead and hit build. And let's just, I guess, put this at the root, and I'll call this hello world.apk, and hit save. Oops. I want this to be my hello world. Okay, fine. Well, I'll just save it here. Unity3D, save. No. Let's try this again. Hello world.apk. Oh, that's why, because Hello World is also the name of this folder. So let's just do it. Hello World apk.apk. Hit save. And now it's going to ask us to select where our Android SDK folder is. So let's go ahead and help this out and help Unity out, I should say. And we'll select folder here. And let's let Unity do its thing. Okay, so Unity built my Hello World APK. Now, actually, let's go ahead and connect in my Android device. Okay, my Kindle Fire. So I just connected it into the computer. And let's see what happens. Ooh, so it recognizes my Kindle Fire. Yay! So let's go ahead and open this. Here's my Kindle Fire. I get to go to my internal storage. And let's go to my downloads. And let's drag and drop my APK in there. So where's my APK? Okay. There's that. There's my... Huh? Yeah. Did I... Okay. Maybe I accidentally closed that window. Probably. So let's go ahead and go to D, Unity3D, Hello World APK, and drag this in. Okay. Now let's go ahead and go to the Kindle Fire and run this thing. In order to install the APK, we first have to get sort of like a file explorer onto our Kindle Fire. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go over, well, first we have to be able to download from unknown sources. So we're going to go into our settings. We're going to go down to our security. And we'll go ahead and punch in my code. So I'm just going to move it away really quick. Okay. And then we're going to hit OK. And we are going to go down to apps from unknown sources. So right now is not checked. So we'll go ahead and turn it on. And yes, we want to install our app, our Hello World app on here. So, okay, so let's go ahead and close. So the app that I personally like to use is called AirDroid. And you could download that by going to their website. So we're going to download, or not download, we're going to open up the Silk browser. And hit close. And we are just going to go to airdroid.com. Once you go to AirDroid, let's go ahead and go down. And since this is on a Kindle Fire, I can't get to the Google Play Store. I'm just going to hit the Download Now button. And as you see down here, it's going to start downloading the file, and download's complete. So let's go ahead and click Open. Say Next, Next, and Install. Okay. So we'll hit Open. Okay, next, next, next. Sign in later. And now, we're gonna go ahead and hit, let's see what are we gonna do. We're gonna go to, we're not gonna go into transfer. We're gonna go into tools, I think. We're gonna go to our files, our device, and we are going to go to downloads, And here's our hello world.apk. Go ahead and install this. Okay. And hit open. Made with Unity. Hello world. Is that our hello world? Yeah. Okay, and there you have it. So let's go ahead and quit out of this. And let's go ahead and go back to AirDroid. So so I just connected my Kindle Fire to my computer via the USB cable. But you could also do it wirelessly through AirDroid as well. All you have to do is go to transfer and make a note of this IP address. In my case, I got 192.168.9.16. So let's go ahead and jump back onto the computer. Okay, so over here, all you have to do is open up a web browser, and you could go to that URL that you saw. What, HTTPS, I believe? No, it's just regular HTTP. Oops. / 192.168.9.16 : 8888. Hit enter. Click accept on your Android device. And now you could also transfer files this way. So once again, I could go into my downloads folder, and I could go to my APK. Where's my APK? Ah, here's my APK. And then you could simply drag this into your browser, and it'll also start copying your file. So there you have it. So if you liked the tutorial, like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And until next time, have fun and keep on creating games.